Hi guys, today we're going to talk about using the Ezesharp blade sharpener with the wedge fitting. The wedge fitting is designed for sharpening things like mulesing shears and heavy duty type material scissors and anything else with a single-sided bevel on it basically. What you would normally do when you're setting up for that particular one, on the actual T-bar you've got a bunch of millimetre gradients down the side there and a mark on the actual G-frame. We'll set that up at 70 millimetres. The 70 millimetre setup on here, on this side, which we'll show in a second, has got a bunch of degrees on there. We put the shear in. What we're going to do now is down here, we can adjust the actual angle by simply undoing that knob and moving it around. There is a line on the frame. You line it up with the degrees in there, bring that up to the angle you want if you're chasing a specific angle as per the manual or as per the original shear directions from the manufacturer. So that will just simply adjust and then move to suit the angle you want. In the manual there is some recommended angles to use on different types of mulesing shears, etc. What I prefer to do though, because a lot of different manufacturers will have different actual angles, is I actually prefer to set the actual shear up or scissor up, putting it in similar to what we do with the flip over for the knives, where we try and make sure that we've got the actual cutting edge that's being sharpened parallel to the top of that particular plate. Then the actual other blade will just clip in behind here, which is designed to do, and you've got a little rubber protector just to go over the edge of that point, just to keep it out of the way. Once that's in there and you think you're at roughly the right angle, I'll normally grab a black texter and just run it along the actual edge of the cutting blade. This will allow us to check the angle. What we'll do is just get the stone, we'll gently rub that across the top of that edge and see where we're at. We can see we are quite close on that one there. It just needs to probably drop back about another notch, which I'll do now. And this time it should pretty much take that whole black off. The edge there, it's all gone completely silver. That means we're actually at the exact correct angle. So now we'll just go through that actual sharpening process. Depending on how blunt the actual shear is, or scissor for that matter, we'll start on the coarse side. Now this is going to be completely relevant to how blunt the actual unit is. I would probably spend maybe around about a minute to 30 seconds on the coarse side only, and on that particular side we'll go just one way only. So we'll oil the stone up, which I'm not going to do today, but we would oil the stone up. We'll pop it into the rail. We have our angle all set in there correct now and we're ready to go. So pretty much just putting your hand on one side, starting on the end, keeping ourselves parallel. We're just going to run that through like one way only, and as we're doing that one way only, what we're doing is basically just cleaning up that edge. There'll be a lot of small nicks potentially on there. We're just going to tidy all of that up. As I said, 30 seconds to a minute is all I would normally use, unless it's really bad. And then after we've done that one, then we're happy that, and you'll feel that edge along there quite easily. Then I'll go across to the fine side, and again in the same motion, forward motion, I'd oil up the stone, and now we're just finishing off, and again we're just taking those score marks out. So we'll just run that through and go through it. Again, I would probably spend approximately a minute, maybe 30 seconds to a minute, and at that point in time your edge should be pretty much spot on, ready to go. You'll reverse that to the other side, obviously, to do the other side of the shear, the same process. And that's pretty much how easy it is, guys, to resharpen any of those single-sided beveled tools. The black text is a good idea, and then yeah, go from there. All right, guys.